So you not letting yourself just go helter skelter. মানে যা ইচ্ছে বাজে সেটা তো আছেই, eventually তুই ওইটাই করবি, but take yourself to a destination where you want to be, the target. You know? So that's what, and I've taught myself, like not really, I had teachers, but it's okay. I mean, give me the first lesson on. But the real thing I had to tell myself, everybody in the world is better than you. What are you? Who are you? You know? And about 20 years back, I had this whole feeling. It was quite depressing. Even if I saw a guy walking on the road with a guitar and I heard him playing, I thought he was better than me in some way or the other. In a mental space, everything I find, but then I figured that maybe I'm hearing more than before, because after the touch শুনে নিলাম, হয়তো নিজেও realize করছি না, but I heard, wow, that's a golden feel, So I thought he was better than me, and so then to work my way out. I'm still trying. And it is all very, very within yourself. It's not like you realize korlo or you bushte parlo, or it's beyond all that. It's within your kingdom in your head. Basically, that's what it is. So anyway, so we can start.
Yes, sir. Shobai chole eshe. Sam baki chilo, she just joined.
Okay. Cool.
Sir, I actually just remembered. I had just 2 doubts, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going through the video on the class on the over A-6 when we played a lot of melodic minor stuff.
Right.
So in one particular scenario, you played a C diminished.
Yes.
Over A minor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So was it just to introduce the flat 5? Like.
Yes, but also I may have introduced the flat 5 note before that.
Okay.
And that key hoy that on A minor, or if you're playing Dorian, that means A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A to.
Right.
That A ache, C ache, F sharp. Egulo kintu all 3 qualities of diminished, apart from the flat 5. So if you just introduce the flat 5 before that by playing a bluesy kind of thing, now you can have those all 4 of those notes and make a diminished arpeggio.
Okay.
So সেই হবে খুলবি আর কি,
Got it. Yeah. You did say you played F minor pentatonic also from B flat.
Yeah.
So that might have opened a B flat.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, sir, another thing, like we were talking, like we said we were going to play A melodic minor over A Dorian because that's the closest scale to A Dorian, right?
Correct.
But we could also play A melodic minor over E7 because that's like implied 5/1 again.
It is, of course.
But then would the like language be different? The way we play it different, or the way we access certain notes?
Not really, but yeah, that's a great question. So basically, কি হয়, তোর bass chordটা যেটা, ধর Rana তোর just playing rhythm guitar before, So if he's playing E7, you have to think the tonal center being E, G sharp, the chord tones. I mean.
Got it.
You can't think 4. You have to think E, but the notes are similar to A melodic. ওইটা একটা head space টা একটু shift করতে হবে, so that it sounds like an E chord and not A minor chord. So that's
okay. Got it, sir.
Yeah, আরেকজন কেউ জিজ্ঞেস করছিল, সরব কিছু জিজ্ঞেস করবি না?
না স্যার, আমি জিজ্ঞেস করলাম আর কি।
শুভজিৎ, anything? Okay. Anybody? Neil, Kaushik? Okay. All right. So, Riju, keep going. Sure. Yeah. So, mic to off achhe baba.
So, শুনতে পাচ্ছেন? So, আমার একটা ছোট ডাউট ছিল, এটা হচ্ছে যে last day when we did this 6251, 2516, তখন we played this, we were playing এখানে first was minor, like the shape was also minor, right?
Yeah.
And then we moved, we were playing
D7 flat 9 type, like a diminished.
Yeah. Then আমরা মনে হয় কখনো একটা we substituted the minor for a bass change করে 6 করে দিলাম. So this sounds a little bit different. It's like fresher because I think it's a major quality also there, right? So sir, I was thinking ki এই সাউন্ডটা যেখানে A minor আমরা বাজাচ্ছি versus this soundটা এটা কি ইন্টারচেঞ্জেবলি ইউজ করা যায় নাকি আই হ্যাভ টু মানে বি কেয়ারফুল অ্যাবাউট like what context I am playing?
Not really. I mean, you can change, you can change, but see the logic of what you played before and after.
Okay,
বুঝতে
okay,
পারছিস মানে ওইটার you pull the same string, you know, it can't be, oh, suddenly I thought of another inversion, so let me go there. Not that.
okay, okay.
বুঝতে
But
পারছিস?
because when I was playing that, ki first day I play this, then I play this, the একটা movement সুন্দর flow down করছে,
Right.
and then it's a freshness that comes in.
Yeah.
So
No, you could do that also if you want that.
yeah,
But
yeah,
also in music, Riju, also in music, keep in mind blocks in terms of 4 or 8s, and that freshness should naturally appear on the fifth bar. So
right.
the short stories are either in within a block of 4 bars or 8 bars.
Okay.
But unless there's a special quality that you want to bring in on the third bar or the, you know, at the odd জায়গায়, সেটা একটা অন্য story. But generally কিন্তু blocks of 4, multiples of 4 basically. Yeah. And you'll feel it, you know, even if you didn't discuss all this, you'll feel the right moment is this, and you'll if you calculate and then say, okay, it's a 9th bar or the 5th bar, you know, like a fresh start.
Yeah, because so what's happening is I was putting this down each one and I was trying something out, and এই পার্টটাতে I was feeling like yeah, something new should come in over here.
That's correct. Yeah, sure.
Line wise.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah. Or introduce a brand new harmony, you know, go outside the older scale, go into another, like what we call modulation. You know, in terms of freshness, you can go entirely different. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what. Okay. Now, just to, for the newer students, comparatively for Neil and Kaushik, basically the general rule in more harmonically sophisticated improvisation technique is over a dominant 7 chord, you can play a melodic minor that we all know from the 5th degree. I'm going to play G melodic minor on that. Now I played G melodic minor in notes to C to C. So what does it? The term you might have heard is a dominant Lydian dominant scale, because it's a Lydian scale. C D E F sharp Lydian G A, but with a B flat, so it's a dominant. So that's why the term is Lydian dominant. But then I have some stuff written.
এটা কি কর্ডসের এগেইনস্টে বাজালেন?
C7. Okay, now some of these licks that I've written out about 20 years ago, I will describe. I mean, I also can't read them too well. You can see the state of it. I was hanging out day before yesterday in my music files, I mean, going through, and I found this. So I thought I should share this with, you know, and how I now I realize how I figured out my kind of language through these melodic cells, you know. So let's just figure out as many as possible, 3 or 4 or 5 of them, okay? And then we will see how we can stretch each one and do stuff with it. Okay, এটা একটু লিখতে হবে বাবু, তোরা যারা লিখতে পারে স্টাফের লেখ, নয় whatever it is, write it in your own way. Now the basic information is the band is playing C7 chord, you're making a phrase on G melodic minor scale. ঠিক আছে, মানে this is the grammatical version of it. Okay, Sam, did you get it, baby? Did you get it? Yeah. Okay. Now, we'll write down the whole phrase and then we'll analyze that. Okay, the chord is this. The scale is G melodic minor. Okay. And the phrase is like this. I'll give you the notes. So it's very angular and very intervallic. Okay, so it's like in threes, tarupa, 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 you know, like that kind of. So So the notes are first three notes are C. The band is playing C7 chord. You are using G melodic minor too. The notes are C, F sharp, B flat. C, F sharp, B flat. Then next one is এটা লিখলে শ্যামগো C, F sharp and তোর B flat. এটা হচ্ছে first তিনটে নোট। তারপরে পরের তিনটে নোট হচ্ছে F sharp, higher F sharp on the fourth string, C, E, F sharp, C, E. Okay. The third triplet will be C, high C, F sharp, B flat. Then E, B flat, D. Then high B flat, E, and G. And the last one will be C, F sharp, A. Okay, so I'll just play this phrase akbar millionaire. C, F sharp, B flat, F sharp, C, E, C, F sharp, B flat, E, B flat, E, B flat, E, G, and the last one is C, F sharp, A. Shubho pages, Shubho notes for lucky. Okay, so this is how it sounds like. Okay, just go through that once a little bit slowly. I mean, in your thing, just to get the notes. It's strictly G melodic minor থেকে আসছে, দেখবি? And it's a very angular lick, you know, it's very not very linear. It's like and you can phrase it with any time, anything.
Sir, a triangular form আছে।
Exactly, absolutely Kaushik, absolutely. And then that's exactly one observation যেটা করলি তুই ওটাকে that we can use it. We'll work it out. Okay, now guys,
It almost like focuses on the like sharp 11, flat 7, and the like almost the notes that make it different.
absolutely. Now the advantage of this kind of harmonic selection, especially when you're playing alone one melodic instrument and not without any other backup যেটা chord বা আছে, মানে ধর তুই রানা ঋষভ আর রিজু তোর বা আছে চারজন bass drums guitar. So if someone's playing a C sharp 11, you can play the lick, you can hear it. Because if the chord is not played, then you have to describe the harmony through your phrase. Now that is at higher level of. That's why Jim Hall is Jim Hall. I mean, doesn't matter who comes after him, but he is what he is. You know, and he's a man. I mean, you know, he's. মানে ওইরকম করে বাজায় ওর ইয়াং বয়সের কোনো ভিডিও দেখেছিস জানাম জিম হলের?
Sir, I've seen a video that got me into listening to jazz. I've got Sentimental Over You.
Oh yes, man.
And some other videos with Art Farmer. So that and ওজন প্রচন্ড সিরিয়াসলি বাজায় মানে প্রচন্ড গিটার
মাথা কথা ঝুঁকিয়ে একদম
ঝুঁকিয়ে বাজায় and but harmonization is out of the world.
Man. একটা ভিডিও আছে দেখিস, I'm sure তোরা দেখেছিস, Pat Metheny and him together.
Yes.
Where they're chatting and talking and whatever.
They also played All the Things You Are in that.
All
video.
the Things You Are, exactly. Man, I mean, when I heard him, I said, "Fuck, what?" You know, like, and that Rana Kiyonche, he's not blowing. He's not like Bruce Foreman or something like this. Who's blowing like? But this guy's, he's like, I was cheat. I couldn't handle it. I had to sleep after that. You know. He was. I fell in love with him. I mean, he was a lady. I would have gone and married him. I mean, her, whatever. Fantastic. So this is what it is, you know. And another guy called George Van Epps, another fine guitar player. Anyway, so let's just analyze this lick, guys. Now I'm starting on the root, you know, and straight away addressing the sharp 11. and then dominant. So my chord sound is completely intact and very confident and audible right in the beginning of the lick. And then going to the flat 5 of my starting note and play the same lick. And then again flat 5 and back to the C again. So and then I carried on the series by going to a major third, which from C take a major third to E, and then after that is from E take about flat 5 B flat, and then I play linear. So then so in the end the chord sounds like a 13 sharp 11. Neil, why 13? Because the last note is A, right? So now this lick will work over 2 chords. C7 sharp 11, C9 sharp 11, C13 sharp 11, any of those, or just C7th. The other one is F sharp 7th alto. কেন বলতো এটা G melodic minor তো so half step above Geo 3 bars is melodic minor. So even if the band is playing C7th and suddenly bass player plays G flat, you're still okay. Yeah. So it's like you can play this lick, or you can still play. Okay. Now there's a fine little thing যেটা মাথায় রাখতে হবে. Suppose you want a 13 sound, eventually this kind of sound. Then you play the entire lick. That means, see. And if you want a 9 sound, then you go. See. So that fragment will give you. So the last note gives you the sound of the chord, little bit obviously, not so hidden.
Sir, আরেকবার দেখান স্যার এটা 13 সাউন্ডটা
13 সাউন্ডটা হচ্ছে দেখ okay, the basic idea is the last note of the lick will is remembered better in human ears or whatever. So if you want the 13 sound, see a 13 কোন নোটটা A note. So you stop the lick on the A note, so the 13 sound comes out a little bit more obviously. Right? Eta matha rakh ei sound. And I play a lick, which is the same exact thing. So now if you play this, you might play, just kind of replies that with a little comp there. And if you want a 9 sound or D note, then you might want to stop here. And if you want the sharp 11 sound, you can go. Last note. Okay, now before we go on with this lick, always remember this lickta je balalam, they are actually made of smaller components. It's takita. Takita is your basic cell. Okay, now you can play. You could reverse them or any order autos. So suppose you play this. See, the whole lick becomes different. Now it could be descending. So, a lickta shike shudu eta na, you can start exploring them, how you can change them. Now, you can have one original, one reversed. So you can go. See, different melodies are coming out. You know, now I will insert this lick as it is, যেটা আমরা শিখলাম প্রথমে, within my improvisation. Suppose I'm improvising over C7. See, did you recognize that fragment? Yeah. Now, a great chord to play is C7 and F sharp 7, sharp 9 on this chord, on this whatever. Because sharp 9 sharp 9 touch A note, so you get the 13th sound from the C7. Okay. Now, you might want to make a rhythmic change. Okay. You might add it as a 3-note phrase. So you can have a variation of an additional note. I mean, so see, so now. So let's take this down. So the first lick, you add an E note to it. So C, F sharp, B flat, E. So first lick is শুভ আমি আরেকবার বলছি প্রথম থেকে মানে the second lick C, F sharp, B flat and E. Now next lick is next set is F sharp, C, E, B flat. So next one is C, F sharp, B flat, D. This is the third one. The last one is F sharp, C, E, B flat. That's a C. So now last one, keep on. So it's the same lick, but this time 4 notes. So you can go back. No, sir, it's a 4/3. So that's how you become rhythm and more horn-like feature. So you have 2 choices now. Okay. Now at this, এটা আমি বেশি বলছি is the same ideas but 4 note groups. And Shubha, are you okay with these notes? Yeah. So Shubha, basically just to explain again. Is nothing much. It's not rocket science going on. We're just trying to make notes from pull out notes of G melodic minor scale into C7 of Probache. Pantabache C7. And just for the extra out of the normal generic route, we are trying to get phrases which are slightly different. That's all we are doing. Yeah, Shambhu.
So how do we I know probably it's a detour from this class, but how do we get ideas of these groupings, like rhythmic groupings? How do we get idea of that? When we're improvising, how do we think of these 3-3-3 triplets?
Yeah.
How do we think now I'm gonna make 4s and 3s, and how do we get those ideas flowing?
Okay. Couple of things. One is basic human instinct. যেমন রিজু একটু আগে বলছিল যে একটু ফ্রেশনেস চাই. So that একটা জিনিস you're carrying on for too long, now you're getting bored yourself. So you want to change. So you change the notes from the 4 to the 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so like that, one is that idea. The other thing, you can make groups like that. Like suppose you make a little calculation, 4-4-3-3-3-4.
Okay.
Just make one arbit thing and see what it sounds like. And it sounds 4. So 4-4-3. So now if you play on the rhythm, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're repeating the 3-1. But right. This is the information, and you're free to do any fucking thing you want.
But so the practice has to be done now, because
that's right. Yeah.
So 4/4 এও তো বাজানো যায় এটা মানে
4/4 ই বাজছে
একটা ছেড়ে দিয়ে আবার
একদম যা ইচ্ছে কর বসি তো কি ব্যাক টু ব্যাক নামাজি পা ডিম নামাজি পারো বা anything at all, anything at all. You can backwards, pa, pa, and then instead of doing pa ra ra, you can put one note, make one note longer. So let's see. Pa, ra, pa, 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 pa. See, Shambhu, there's a rhythmic variation. Da di di da di di dow dow dow. Now he said, okay, I'm gonna surprise myself even more before. So the first one was longer, but the second two notes were shorter. Takita, takita, ta, takita. You know, takita, takita, ta, ta, ta. Anything at all.
So we could also add chromatics to it, na? Because there's a
Absolutely. I mean, সেগুলো তো আছেই, সেগুলো তো আছেই। দেখ এটা যদি সেগুলো তো আছেই, of
Right.
course. You integrate that into your chromaticism, and wow, like then it becomes like okay. Now, guys, here before we move on, this the same lick basically what we did, 3s and 4s, right? Now I want to have this in mind. There's a very, to my mind, very what's the word? Ignored figure of 2. People don't think of 2. Now check this lick out. This lick to the bashina. Whatever lick. If you take just 2, instead of doing just take 2 and see a segment কোথায় কোথায় harmonically fit করতে পারিস। See, I just take C, F sharp, which is harmonically correct, scale wise, and then I took B flat and E. Then you took E and B flat maybe, and then reverse it, B flat and E. So now again you can go da do da do da do da do, but with different variations of time. Da do da do da do da do. See, so 2s. This is basic idea. This is a general rule for everything that you do. If you break down a long piece of meat in smaller pieces, you can get different ideas, different the borrow scale, lick or chord. Just play 2 each time. You have more run, longer, more of a stretch to go. So now I go, and then instead of descending, ascend. So so I'm playing rhythm now. And
so you're playing tritones, like so you're playing E, B flat, and then
in this case, তুই ওটা থেকে বেরিয়ে গিয়ে অন্য দুটো নোট।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা okay.
But in terms of 2 basically. তারপরে বললি okay, now let me shift my gear to 4 and then 3. So that see, now I play the lick. So now it sounds like where are you coming from? But this is actually a breakdown of one idea. So incorporate that in everywhere that you play. In a scale to change where melodic minor, harmonic minor, major scale, but the same rules will stay the same. Only the notes will change. Are we good till now, guys? Any questions? Arun, Sam, Shubho, Kaushik, Neil?
No, sir. Good, sir.
Okay, good. Okay.
So just quick question. The first
sure.
that you gave now, I just wanted to be sure that I'm playing it in the same octave that you are playing.
But কোনটা the 4 note groupings or 3 note groups?
3 note.
দাঁড়া আমি একবার বাজকে রেকর্ড করে দিবি।
হ্যাঁ শিওর। আপনি আমাকে নোটগুলো আমি লিখে নেবো, কোন স্ট্রিং থেকে
একবার বলো না কি ওর স্ট্রিং আর ফ্রেট গুলো বলতে পারবি কেউ?
স্যার আমি এই চ্যাটটাতে পাঠিয়ে দিচ্ছি।
Oh, fantastic. See, Riju I love him, man. See how he makes our life so easy.
Sir, takey, sir. Takey.
দেখি না
আমি পাঠিয়ে দিয়েছি বোঝা।
থ্যাংক ইউ থ্যাংক ইউ।
তাকে লেখাই একদম পুরোটা লিখেছে দেখছি, ফ্রেড ফ্রেড সব আছে। ওয়াও, damn good. এটা মাথায় বসিয়ে নি একদম, বুঝতে পারলি?
ঠিক আছে, থ্যাংক ইউ থ্যাংক ইউ।
Yeah. আর বাজাবো না ওটা, দ্যাট ইজ গুড এনাফ।
Good enough, good enough.
Okay. Okay. Now guys, let's take it somewhere else. The same idea. We're not going anywhere else. This whole segment, take this mosaic or the fragment or the shape or the contour. I'm trying to use as much as possible, milk out ideas. Okay. Same thing played here. See the same contour I'm playing here. Take these notes down, please. E, get the third string and E থেকে বাজছি। এই নোটগুলো নিয়ে নে একদম, string frets. E, B flat, D, D for Delhi, F sharp. See, this is that shape that we played from the fourth string. Any of these. See, basically one of the fragments of this entire lick that we learned earlier. Now check this out. This is where you have to study or observe or see, find search mode. E, B flat, D, and F sharp. All four notes are legit G melodic minor notes. Because that all are. Now let's do something. Let's keep going down till we go to another legit place where all four notes match up to G melodic minor. So কোথায় আমি দেখাচ্ছি না, তোরা বাজা।
C থেকে যদি স্টার্ট করি,
হ্যাঁ,
so it was like
beautiful, fantastic. So now these two stations can be arrived higher or lower, one ascending way or the descending way, by playing chromatically. So or ascending. And the chord is C7 sharp 11 or just C7. So that এইটারই fragment একটা, that shape. So you're milking the shape out and seeing. Now you got into this what you call side slipping. Side slipping মানে কি, একই জায়গায় আরেকটা ওই হারমোনিক প্লেস থেকে আরেকটা অন্য জায়গায় যাচ্ছে, সেম হারমোনি বাট থ্রু chromatic changes or not changes, chromatic layer. তোরা বুঝতে পারলি এই লিকটা? So now again break it down into threes. Instead of playing, you go. Now put rhythm to it. So ভেবে দেখ এই লাইকটা লিখে ধর দুজন বাজে, একটা স্যাক্সোফোন একটা গিটার প্লেয়ার, you know, or piano and guitar player. It sounds super exciting. But the chord is C7. মানে basic chord. Now I won't leave y'all here, but I mean in the sense, now a lickta jeta, let's go up the string now. So the next legit note is B flat on the fourth string. Yeah, and then B flat on the let's go to C on the sixth string and E. So Bachami B flat, low C, and fifth string and E. Tempo each shift that.
নোটস গুলো বলুন না স্যার।
C7 আউটলাইন করছি আমরা।
Absolutely C7 outline. Absolutely. Notes গুলো হচ্ছে C, I mean তোমার B flat, fourth string is B flat, C8, C হচ্ছে তোর sixth string, and E হচ্ছে fifth string. Now you can run it down the diatonic Let's see. মানে জি মেলোডিটা মাথায় রেখে একটা নোট শুড শিফট টু দ্য নেক্সট স্কেল টোন। So basically, B flat should go to A, C should go to B flat, and E should go to D. So, so and E should go to G, go to A. And go back to the old lick and play. So, so people, even though Duke Ellington said something, there's one rule of thoughts. People say you should never make licks, But one of the greatest musicians ever lived, Duke Ellington, he said, make licks, but make it sound like you thought even at that moment. So একদম ওইরকম করে বাস একদম লিক নাম্বার 1 পুরোটা বাজিয়ে দিই। So just play a fragment, reverse it, put different rhythm to it. So you can play that same lick in 10 gigs, but with different focus, different approach. So people might not know, but you'll enjoy it. But the advantage is you have a source of thought. একটা কি blank হয়ে যাবে তোর একটা there's a so that it was it. Now suppose that here's a trick now, guys. Suppose you play the lick, this lick. ঠিক আছে? Now you play that and your brain shuts down. You cannot think more. What is the next note? Now you go to the you're sitting on it and you're thinking, oh shit, then and I got it. You know what I mean? These are our tricks of the experience. So talk of the time you're buying time with rhythm. Now you know one note, no worries. But I'm thinking, my brain is thinking the next note. Okay, now I got it. So now I got it. এবার তুই শোয়ের পরে কে বুঝছে তুই ব্ল্যাঙ্ক হয়ে গেছিস, But these are all ideas that, see, in general life, we say, hey, Rana, you're getting tired, just rest 2 minutes, have a glass of water, and you can run again. Why don't we apply that on our craft? The problem is we don't use the principles of life here. Give it a guess, maybe. But you're still not thinking. Go back to the old digging. You're still not. Make it longer notes. Then you got it. Change the tempo. So this is how you use the same idea that I have. That same idea. That one fragment. You can have two types of rhythmic licks. One is 3, one is 4, and this is the same thing, side slipping, up and down, which could be 3 also. Now mind you, this can be changed in order also, or maybe all a legend, so everything sounds seasonal. I can do this. So more still sounds C7. Okay, now we'll take it to another idea where I may have thought of the same idea but in a different way. Let me choose the right one. Okay. Now, this idea of taking the same idea up or down the neck. Now, this time it was chromatic, na? And side slipping jeta kortam. Eta will do diatonic. So everything inside your G melodic minor or C7 chord or C9 13 sharp 11 chord, but using the arcs of, but we will what we use is the shapes from that. এই যে শেপটা ইউজ করছি না, এরকম একটা শেপ বার করে বলা। So let's take this shape. So now D, G, B flat, F sharp, D, G, B flat, F sharp. Now we are thinking, guys, G minor. The first three notes are G minor, no? D, D, G, B flat. And as if you think G minor. And then just stretch your pinky to F sharp. So now I got that C9 sharp 11 sound. See? So where the bass is low, that D, G, B flat, F sharp. Yeah. And then, yeah. So now every note goes to the next scale, you know. আমি নোটসগুলো একবার দিয়ে দেবো তোদের প্রথম থেকে, ওকে? এটা লেখ দাঁড়াই একটু, তাহলে আমি বলছি পুরোটা। Again, the basic chord is still C7. This is just played over C7 using G melodic minor.
একটু স্ট্রিং গুলো বলে দেবেন তাহলে লিখতে সুবিধা।
আচ্ছা, ওকে ওকে। সো আমি ওই ডিজিটাল ফর্মে বলছি তাহলে, মানে 23 এরকম করে, তাহলে বুঝতে সুবিধা হবে তো। 2 3 মানে string at fret. So first one is 23. This is second string, third fret. Then 45. Then 33. Then there's a stretch, 27. So in other words, you're playing G melodic minor in the first chord. Diatonic chord chart is the first chord, G melodic minor. Next group is same form and same shape, that pum 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 pum. So next note should be E A C. That means 25, 47, 35, 28. So that's A minor. Now that's the second chord. What is my third chord of G melodic minor, Rana?
B flat.
B flat. B flat leaded augmented.
Absolutely, absolutely. In other words, B flat major 7 with a sharp 5
Sharp
or a flat 5. You can have a sharp 5 taste. So on a balam. Then now we start with the sharp 5. This is 27. This is a sharp 5. This is the third group, Shubha. 27, upper 48, then 37, then 2 10. That means second string, 10th fret. And then the next chord will be Shambhu.
So we are back to C, I guess.
That's C7,
C7,
correct.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So now G, that is 28. Then 4 10. Then 39. Then 2 1 1. And then that means for the next group will be 2 10, 4 12, 3 11, 2 13. That is D7 chord. মানে আমার পুরোটা যেতে হবে না, আমি তবু পুরোটা দিয়ে দিচ্ছি পুরো স্কেলে, you know that format. Oops, sorry. And then comes those odd ones, E minus and 5 5. Yeah, Shambhu, go on.
Sorry, so you played, so it was 2 10, 4 12, and 3 11, right?
Yeah, 311, correct.
Okay. So
311,
D7 basically.
D7, then last one was 213.
213. Okay, got it.
Another D7 is C is here also.
Got it.
And then last one is not the second last one. মানে এটা হচ্ছে অন্য string বাজার। এটা হচ্ছে what is this? 16 1 6 এটা হচ্ছে E minus 7 flat 5 এর উপর পাচ্ছি। 16 then 39 then 28 and then 110. Then F sharp minus F flat 5. Last one. Last one is 1 what is this? 8 1 8 3 11 2 10 and 1 1 2. So the entire scale can be played. I'm just saying you make your choice, but I'm just So now so pum 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 pum. This contour, these shapes. So this expands your general thinking. This kind of motion, this kind of direction.
So how do we come up with these ideas? Because now you're kind of spoon feeding us, like telling us everything.
Yeah.
But we have to do it on our own. So how do we do
ওই
that?
সাদা হয়ে গেছে দেখতে পাচ্ছেন না সাদা হয়ে গেছে No man, that's that I'm telling you, I spent a lot of time in my life. 12-14 hours a day for 10 years I did. One part of it. এখন অতটা হয় না, এখন তো 6 hours.
স্যার আমি তো এই ইন্টার্ন ছোট ইন্টার্ন করতে সেখানে 2 ঘন্টা দিতে পারছি না দিনে স্যার এত কি হবে স্যার আমার
কেন কি না actually also Shambo একটা passion when you're doing what you love you're not thinking time. যদি একটা হয় যদি পড়াশোনা করতে গেলে unless পড়াশোনাটা math is your passion, if you're going to the bazaar, you are getting maybe you're spending half an hour and you're thinking fuck man, it's a waste of time. But when you're hanging with your friend, with your girlfriend especially, 6 hours will go by and say shit man, so fast it went. So it's a mind thing. So that's why I had a technique. I took my girlfriends to the music school also. So I was playing music and whatever scene. So all my girlfriends were part of the band scene, carrying my pedal or guitar tania, so so there was not a thing. আলাদা করে কোনো টাইম দিতে হবে। So anyways,
স্যার একটা মানে থট ভাবছিলাম মানে ওই আপনার কোনো কম্পোজিশন মানে সেটা যদি টোটালি অ্যাজ এ মিউজিক পিস মানে পুরোটা যদি কোনো ক্লাসে আর কি এন্ড টু এন্ড আপনি কভার করেন তাহলে আমরা একটা পুরো গান পাবো আর কি।
Sure, of course. কিন্তু একটু চাপ আছে এগুলো একটু মানে not physically playing, even to understand, because ঠিক আছে করতে পারি, why not? Sure. I think we've done one time, no Rana, in online, remember evening classes we did one song.
Yes, sir.
Which one? Do you remember which one?
So long back you described Petridura as a remembrance.
Oh, remembrance we did. That's a remembrance কিছু রানা বাজাতে পারে পুরোটা back to back, note for note. তুই রানার কাছে নিতে পারিস। ও নিজে চলেছিল মানে fantastic. I was so impressed. Damn good.
So could you teach, like you have a tune called Dance Acoustica, right?
Yeah.
Could you teach that one? I really like that tune.
Yeah.
So if you could.
That's like the brand names on my catalog. Brand names hit. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, that's kind of easy. ঠিক আছে. Okay. Difficult one is erraticus. I would think it's quite difficult. Physically, red plant is physically difficult, not to understand. Anyway, ঠিক আছে. Dance acoustic. Okay. So this is understood. Now if I play everything together. See, all these licks put together and you're playing. Improvise and put these licks. Puruta Bhadavana, that take a fragment and slip it in. And always remember, you can put time variation, rhythmic variation. Pum, 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 pum. And also, guys, not playing is also part of rhythm. Huh? Well, I mean, conceptual করলাম এটা uh, এটা check word 1 2 3 4. A lot of the notes I'm playing in my head, not on the guitar. So those gaps, তোরা শুনছিস কিন্তু রিদমটা আমি কিন্তু ভাবছি না, but only shutting down, muting out some of the আমি ভাবলাম পারা পাপ পাপ পারালাম পারা পাপ পাপ ও পারা পাপ মানে the middle one which is you know so I imagine Miles would do that. I only imagine because he would play licks which are heavenly, but it's like cloudy, you know, it comes and goes, but with immense amount of logic. So I would think he would think of a longer phrase and only play a fragment of it. So his mathay kintu logic ta ache puroটা, and he's only picking out a fragment and giving it to us. So if you have this lick, Diwali pada pa 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 then মনে হচ্ছে না আমি এক্সারসাইজ করে বাজছি then you know, and then D to C sidewise you can side skip it. Old lick, the first one. Now I'll get you buying time. What is C7? That anti-cell idea, just one germ is all you need. So we'll take a 2-minute break and I'll give you a little melodic idea now, which you can copy, like একদম copy করে নিন তারপরে ওটাকে make it ছোট্ট idea, it's like a little phrase. We'll take a 2-minute break. Any questions? We'll ask.